Hello everyone, this is Steven, Senior Security Product Manager from SANGFOR. So today's topic is about SANGFOR's Network Secure, so the firewall product SANGFOR providing, and this is a session for the pre-sales. So for today's session, we will including 6 parts of the content, including a briefing introduction about the feature and product, in details, feature and some of the advanced feature and its technical background. And our key use cases, some use cases that are not strong enough, and competition guidance and sizing quotation guidance. So it will be a full thing, including everything you will be needed for handling the SANGFOR network secure products. So since we have 6 parts, it will be a long training. I have separated training into 2 sessions. We will go one by one and see each session. So first of all, let's start with an introduction about SANGFOR Network Secure products. So previously, some of you guys may know we have a product called NGAF. So basically, SANGFOR Network Secure is an upgrade version of NGAF. It's a new brand name and with the new capabilities. But anyway, both products is under the next generation firewall. So what we have here, every next generation firewall, same as SANGFOR and others, we will all have the same set of basic capabilities, including the application control, URL filtering, intrusion prevention, APT, bandwidth management, and all the routing VPN capabilities. But to make us unique is SANGFOR also providing a set of unique features, which we will discuss in details in part 2. So I will briefing some here. We have the unique AI and threat intelligence, which help customer fight against known and unknown threat better. We are one of the first firewall that integrates the WAF into the firewall product to really provide the extra level of protection for customers' web application systems. Right now, with the latest version, we have the IoT capability, and we have some other interesting security features as well. And despite the security protection parts, we also focusing on let customer understand security and operation security better. So we are introducing the SOC Lite into the product. Basically, it's starting from log and reporting in security, and is giving customer a very intuitive view about the security events happens in the network and guide them how to respond to it. And talking about response, we have our full integrated framework SANGFOR XDDR, and together as a very basic starter, you can use SANGFOR Network Secure together with SANGFOR Endpoint Secure to build the fundamental set as a operation and response alliance. So in short, SANGFOR Network Secure is a next generation firewall, provides a comprehensive and reliable protection from layer 2 to layer 7. So this is the basic about the features we provided, the main features we provided. But whenever you talk with a customer or you talk with a partner, customer or partner will asking, how is your market's positioning, how SANGFOR's level in the market. So basically, we can show them a few things. First of all, SANGFOR has been in the Gartner Magic Quadrant for the network firewalls for the last 8 years, and we have been in the visionary for 2 years already. So that proves SANGFOR has been worldwide recognized as the top listed vendors from the Gartner, and we are among the ones that are providing the good vision of features to our customers. That's the reason we are in the visionary. Visionary usually means we have a good feature, we are providing a trend, follow the trend, and providing the latest capability to our customers. Okay, so this is from the Gartner Magic Quadrant view. Another thing, especially if you are in the Asia Pacific region, it will be a great tool for you. So we have just won the Frost and Sullivan Best Practice Reward for the next generation firewall in Asia Pacific, Company of the Year. So that proves, especially in the Asia Pacific, SANGFOR have a great market visibility and good feedback from the customers. That's making us one of the leaders in the market. So Gartner and Frost and Sullivan are the easy proof to show to your customers. SANGFOR have a good market vision and good feedback, good positioning in the market. So for the first part, we are introduction about the basic feature, the market's positioning of the SANGFOR network secure firewall. And starting from part 2, we will go into some details about of the SANGFOR network secure values, benefits. So why they are unique, why we are different than others. So let's dig into the details. So first of all, we were usually talking SANGFOR network secure about 4 key values. First of all, we were talking about the capability with AI and TI powered security. So the key feature here is Engine 0 and NeuroX. Those features were helping our customers to fight against the known and unknown threats more effectively than others. And one step forward, we were offering our customers some of the unique protections. For example, web application firewall, cloud deception. We are the firewall that's embedding these two features into the firewall products, which is quite unique, which most of the other firewall don't have it, especially the cloud deception, which will be online later this year in Q3 2024. So those unique features were helping our customer to fight against the dedicated threat better. For example, WAF will helping our customer fight protecting their web application system better. Cloud deception will help our customer to detect the malicious insiders better and stop them better. And all these features is add-on module. So that means customer can buy at the beginning, or they can subscribe whenever they need it. That means they keep their investment. So when they have the firewall and at the beginning, maybe their network still small, and later on when they're adding more systems, they want to enhance the security, they don't need to subscribe another product or another device. They can add on just a license on the existing firewall to make sure it can protect those new systems better. Okay. And AI, TI, unique protection, WAF is all about protection. We offer more in the security operation. So in the firewall field, this is something that we're not talking too much, but SANGFOR believes it works. So we must consider the operation. That comes through 2 things we will introduce as SOC light security operation, a lightweight security operation on the firewall itself. So instead of the raw logs, instead of the top 10 reporting, we providing more intuitive information about attacks, about the security events, to help our customer understand what is happening in their network and how they can respond to it. And on the other hand, when we're talking about the response, we have a lot of guidance there to telling our customer how to respond to threats, but we also have a more direct integration with SANGFOR Endpoint Secure, which can be integrated with SANGFOR Network Secure, make a correlated forensic and correlated response directly from single console. And above everything, customer will consider about pricing, support, and performance and extra. So lucky we are, SANGFOR Network Secure provide very affordable price, a strong performance, and what's more is our support is always good. We have the local team, this is important, with local sale, pre-sale, and post-sale team in every region. We're selling the unit. So you can always got our in-time support and native speaker support to get you better, to understand your customer better. So this is the 4 things we usually talk with customers: AI and TI power security, unique protection, effortless security operation, and cost effectiveness about products. So in short, if you want to explain about security effectiveness, this is one of the things that we always need to explain to our customer. when you're selling a firewall, how secure it is. So we're talking the technologies, we're also talking about the reports. So here's the one good thing for us. We have been listed in the cyber ratings enterprise firewall test for the last 2 times, and every time we got the top rating, both AAA or recommended, both are the top rating. And if you're not really familiar with cyber rating, actually is a descendant from the NSS Labs. So it's the same team building the more advanced methodology to testing the product. So we get this scoring from the real test. And all this testing, we not just play alone, we play with all the top vendors. FortiGate, Checkpoints, Palo Alto, Cisco, Juniper, all of these top vendors are in the list, are in the same test. We test together with them. We are getting the same or even better result than them. Okay, so this is a great proof that SANGFOR network secure firewall have a strong performance and also a strong security performance. So if you're going to have a 1 minute or 5 minutes talk with your customer and with all this information, so what you can say just at this moment, I would recommend a paragraph like this. You can refer to this one and build more after you're reading the whole slide. So if I'm meeting a customer, I will telling them, okay, our firewall SANGFOR Network Secure will be your ultimate solution for the modern threats, modern security needs, because we're offering 2 security protection things. First, we have advanced protection with AI and TI capability built in the firewall, which can effectively shield you from the known and unknown threats, giving a robust security. And all this is being proved. We are top rated in the cyber rating test. And above this advanced protection, we provide more innovative and unique protection like WAF and cloud deception. This is the thing first, no one else have, or if someone have some basic, we are much stronger than them. So with this WAF and cloud deception, we can provide a dedicated protection to your systems, for example, your web application systems, and ensure your ROI is best. And on top of the protection, we also treat security operation important. We make security operation possible for all. Our SOC Lights feature empowers everyone to comprehensively understand the security events, make right decisions, and if you want to make some automated mitigation, we recommend you have an integration with SANGFOR Endpoint Secure to make the whole process to be closed. And on top of everything, all these good features we offer in a competitive price and unparalleled local service. So this is not about the cheap products. We offer a good products with a reasonable price, and you will always got the best support locally. So this is a short paragraph I will use to talk with my customers in a few minutes if they want to understand the firewall. But of course, after this slide, you can summarize more by your own, and I believe you will have your own way of saying the product to your customer, which may be better than this one. Okay, so after we have some briefing about the key values, we will break it down and talking about the technical details behind it. So we were starting from the AI capability and the TI capability. Remember the name, SANGFOR NeuroX is our threat intelligence TI, and SANGFOR Engine 0 is our AI mobile inspection engine. So what are they? So first of all, NeuroX. SANGFOR NeuroX is actually a cloud infrastructure which can collecting the intelligence feeds from different third party or the device from SANGFOR, the authorized device from SANGFOR. So with all this data being collected, we have our own security experts, researchers, data scientists behind, and our AI and big data learning module behind to analyze all this massive number of intelligence, and then giving the results to telling every device connected to this threat intelligence about the latest known and unknown threats as a result, as a detection result. So whenever the firewall encounters something that cannot be identified locally, it's for asking the cloud and getting a rapid result. On the other hand, SANGFOR Engine 0, the AI-based malware inspection engine, the keywords behind this, it is an on-premise engine and it's AI-based. So it's not signature reliance and it's not cloud reliance. So basically, it's an on-premise engine. It works right out of the box, not require additional training or additional learning in your network. It can work right away and it's not really relying on the signature updates. If you put it offline, it still can detect a lot of known and unknown malwares. And for the NeuroX, here is some more details. We have integrated into NeuroX for over 120K authorized firewall devices and inputs billion level of malware samples. And every day there's millions of new malwares being added into the database for learning and study. And also the malicious 200 million malicious URLs have been analyzed and blocked by NeuroX every day. So basically, by the firewall we are connecting to the NeuroX and get the latest threat intelligence feed in real time and empower your detection against known and unknown threats, especially for the unknown threats. On the other hand, details in the Engine 0 is that it also prevents known and unknown malwares, no signature reliance, and the performance is good as the detection is very fast. And why it's good to inspect the new malwares or new ransomwares, it's been trained over by 500 ransomware families. So it's not by ransomware samples, it's by the family. The whole family of the ransomware are being fed into the AI engine and let it study. So it can be effectively identify any of the mutations, because most of the ransomware actually is mutated from someone else. So when you study big data enough, you will be easily to learn and to understand what the new things will looks like. When there's a new malware coming, we can identify this rapidly. And we have involved generative adversarial networks. Basically, we're including a virus generator and our Engine 0. So they fight against each other when they generate more new and newer and mutate malwares and send to Engine 0 for detection and send back the results to see it can be blocked or not. So internally they compete with each other until the Engine 0 can grow strong and stronger. So again, let's say last point is Engine 0 works right out of the box. It's not really a cloud reliance. So right now when you're talking about the AI thing, is usually cloud. You need to connect to the cloud. But for us, SANGFOR Engine 0 works on premise. It works right out of the box. When you deploy the box, it's working. It's not necessarily to run an extra learning or something. So it will be extremely easy to use, and it works fast and works right away when you got a box. So when combining NeuroX and some traditional ways, we have deployed multiple layer approach to make a true security effectiveness. We take malware, for example. So looking at this data, 450,000 new malware samples every day. So this is data we see from the AV-Test website. So based on this number, so every day we have 450K new malware samples. So thinking that how much new signatures you need to block all of them, yeah, right? So traditionally, fight against situation like this, fight against all these mutations, you either rely on the signatures or rely on a cloud. So basically cloud will be signatures, like, or using the sandboxing. So all these ways can be a solution, but it have its own limitations, right? For example, signature may be slower, sandboxing may consuming the performance or consuming resource. So that's the reason we implement a 3-layer protection for the malwares, combining the AI and TI capability. First of all, we will have our first tier of the local signature database, which only keep the trading security threats, the trading samples. So basically it will be able to detect the most popular threat right away with the signatures. It's fast and can detect effectively. And second is the core parts about AI engine. So AI engine will be able to detect the new and mutated malwares, the changed malwares, the new ransomware families very effectively without relying on the signatures. And one last step, if the previous two cannot detect something, we still have the cloud there. The cloud can be the largest database a firewall can embrace. So the cloud will tell in the firewall what's the file or what's the URL your inspection is good or bad at giving you results. So combining multiple levels of protection, we will enhance the overall protection results and get the best performance as well. So after we're talking about the AI and TI things, let's go to the next key features. Actually, it's about WAF, web applications, as you can see right now. So many organizations have their web applications right now. But when you're opening your website to the public, there is a chance, more or less, it's being compromised. Though traditionally, if you want to protect them, you will go 2 ways. One way is looking for a dedicated WAF, something like Impova, Juniper, or F5, these kind of things. And another thing is you go back to the programmers and ask them, okay, there might be some vulnerabilities in your coding, fix them if you can. So both of them are the method to do the protection, but it's bringing the limitations. So which might not be feasible for every customer, because everyone may have a web system, but not everyone can afford these limitations to implement the protection. For example, when you have the new WAF system, or when you're asking the programmers to do the recoding of the system, it will coming with a cost, which sometimes is very high. You're deploying more systems, you're deploying more protections, there's the more management workload, there's network changes, then you need time to wait everything to be ready and protect you. So all these limitations, how we can solve it? So basically it's coming to our mind that why not deploy a WAF into the firewall? So everyone needs a firewall. When you have a web application system, you must have a firewall already. And why not put the WAF on top of that firewall so you can get extra level of protection, right? But thinking about this, traditionally, we are not the first to put in the WAF into the firewall. Someone else also have, FortiGate, so forth, also claim they have a WAF feature. But what they embrace is just a traditional signature-based engine, which with quite limited number of signatures, and easy to be bypassed, and generate false positives as well, and with a not strong performance. But for SANGFOR, we not only integrate WAF, but we build a dedicated web security engine we call WISE. So it's smarter engine with machine learning and semantic analysis. So it can understand the attacking phrase better, making sure they can rephrase, they can breaking down the attack phrase to understand what the attacker trying to do and stop them better. Also, in this way, since we have the semantic analysis, we can understand the communication between user and the web servers, which finally results to lower false positive rates. giving you some real examples in here. When you get in the question, SANGFOR have WAF, so someone else or even yourself will asking, I know FortiGate and Sophos have WAF also, so what's the difference? So here is the difference in the numbers. So first of all, we have over 4,800 signatures built in, and it covers 13 types of common web attacks. So basically, the big number of signatures there, and it's not only covers basic things like SQL injection, it covers a lot of more types, over 13 types of web application related attack. And customers are allowed to customize their own rules as well. Okay, and what's better is we support the dynamic learning internally, and to be more to detect the new threats with better intelligence. So these three have empowered us to provide a much better protection compared to other firewalls who have a WAF. And additionally, we have a vulnerability scanning engine in there, and it's a passive scanning engine. It's not causing any extra workload to your system. It's just learning from the traffic, goes through the firewall and giving you a report. And this report will including the issues and guidance and proof, so you can understand the vulnerabilities very easily, and you can be more easy to do something to fix those vulnerabilities. So giving you some examples. First of all, about the protection part, about signature, about the semantic engine. So usually what we usually say is WAF is all about understanding the phrase attacker sending to the server and figure out anything malicious inside. So this is the, for example, this is the thing attacker sending to the server. So in here, most of the engine will stop at the first step. They say Windows.location. So this is risky, and they stop the phrase. But sometimes, if the system itself is not standardized enough, a normal access may come in with this phrase as well. So if you only stop here, yeah, you may stop the threats, but you bring in false positives also. But for SANGFOR, we're doing the next three things. We're breaking down the whole phrase and coming and analysis, and finally coming with the last thing. Finally, we will understand with the first sentence what the attacker trying to see is in here. Is trying to alert something from the JavaScript. So this means it's really malicious. Then we will stop it. So we have a deep forensic in this process. We're not just stopping as only the key with only the keywords based. We have more details more detailed step to analysis the whole phrase. So it can detect, they finally still detect the malicious phrase. We rebuild and get the real meaning behind to reduce the false positive. And finally, we will be able to stop the attack. So in short, this way we will help to reveal the hidden crafted web attacks at a lower false positive rate. So that's the reason we will provide a stronger protection compared to other firewalls who have a WAF. And another example I will give in the web threat analysis report, so is the passive vulnerability scanning we are talking about. So you can generate a report with the content like this from the firewall. So it's including some of the information for you. For example, we're showing, okay, there might be some weak password exist in your system. So you can check your system directly if the password control is implemented or not. So basically, this report will giving you an intuitive message about what you can enhance for the system. So just now is all about WAF, about AI and TI capability, mainly on the protection level. So let's go to another new things. I think most other firewall are not talking about security operation, which we call SOC Lite. So SOC Lite is a module built in to help customer automatically analyze the security logs, giving a comprehensive visibility of our threats, and reduce the complexity and human errors and get extra value. And there's no extra lessons needed. It's only Firewall who have this. So it's building by default. Everyone will enjoy it without any extra lessons or cost. So what it's really about, I will explain it with a few, actually 3 or 4 examples. So first example is thinking about yourself, or if you can ask your customers, how many services, how many systems are there in their network? Did they have a very clear or up-to-date list? Usually they don't, because different team, especially in a bigger size organization, different team may handle different things. Application team, server team, network team will giving you different message about how many servers I have and how many services I need to open. So finally, for the security team, it's a mess. They don't know if what's in their hands is complete. They don't know if there's anything hidden or anything being missed in their security settings. But the good things for us is we have the network asset detection as a first place. So the firewall will learning from the traffic or doing automatic scanning of the network to detect any potential assets, means systems being hidden there that without a proper protection yet. For example, in this picture we have an example here. This host 10.69.255 and 202. So this host has been given 2 tags. So first of all ports are open. That means there's no security control applied to this IP. So if there is anyone malicious actors trying to reach to this host, it will be not being filtered or not being controlled. And second, the system have been online a while but inactive. So it might be a system that's not used very often, but high chances this system may be a testing server. Maybe someone set it up for a testing purpose and forgot to remove it. So the action is you may need to check with the network or system team and remove it from the network or shut down the host if it is not the real production system. Okay, so from this message we can help customer to know where is the unmanaged assets, is anything unprotected or anything unauthorized access exists. And second example, we can thinking about a scenario for most customers when they're trying to identify the security threats, when they're trying to see what the security issues in their network, there's always a few things they can do. For most of them, I think they were looking at the logs or top 10 reports, top 20 reports, trying to understand what is happening. But trust me, if you're only looking at this, and if you're not really a professional guy in security, only looking at this kind of message, it won't giving you any respectful results. It's just only giving you a headache. So that's coming to the next step. Someone will hire security professionals, service providers, or maybe implement the NDR or the advanced SOC system to monitoring and analysis. Yeah, this is good, but it needs money. The cost will be high, right? So it's coming to the results. Most organizations, especially for the smaller or the medium-sized organizations, they will leave the security operation alone. They don't analyze the log too much, unless there is an issue happening. But for Firewall, for SANGFOR, we're trying to help our customer. We're trying to make the threat analysis, or trying to make our customer understand the threat easier. We consolidate all the security information on the firewall, on the network secure, and providing an intuitive information or a dedicated information. For example, the ransomware attacks, to helping us cause our customers to track down, to understand the threats, and to know what to do next. Some example here, There will be multiple dashboards in the system that customer can look into, and each of the dashboard providing very intuitive information for them. For example, the host is compromised, or what's the attack related, and they can drill down into the details. So in short, I can give you one thing. You can tell the customer, if you're using SANGFOR from day one, you can go to this kind of dashboard maybe every 2 weeks, and looking at the events reported and follow the guidance to clean the event and response to the events. And you will by doing this, you can understand the security much easier and make your network much secure, right? And number 3 about SOC lights, I think this one will be very attractive for many of the network or the security admins. So thinking about this scenario, when you buy firewall from day one, you will encounter these tasks. Everyone will asking you to deploy different access control policies or application control policies. Your boss will telling you, okay, we are going to work from home, so open a port for RDP. Someone will come into my department, need to access some of the services open in the internet. Please allow me to do that. So whatever it is coming to you every day. It's coming to the security admins every day. And finally, no one will be able to manage all this policy in their minds properly. So it's coming to potentially misconfigurations. Sometimes you generate a temporary policy but forgot to delete it. There might be conflicts being applied to the policies. There might be a firewall, a new firewall you take over from someone else, and you don't even know what each policy is about. So finally, it results to you are afraid to change the policy. You are afraid to add the policy, but the potential risks, the loopholes exist, and you don't know until something bad happens. So that's the reason we are offering our customer a new tool which we call the Policy Optimizer. The Policy Optimizer is the thing that can help our customer analyze thousands of access control policies in a few seconds. So as a result, this analysis will giving something like a report to our customer to see what's the issue behind all these policies. For example, there is 2 policies shows any to any, so maybe it's too open. You won't need a policy any to any for everywhere, right? And as the highlighted policy also, this policy should be shadowed. So that means it's redundant with another policy, and it's also showed as never matched. So this policy never been used, so it's useless. So all this helpful information will giving you the guidance about what to do with these policies, how I can optimize it, so I can get rid of the complex policies and make it much cleaner. And by cleaning the policy, it's actually making the security control better. Okay, so the same story is like this. From day one, you're using SANGFOR Network Secure Firewall. You can run this policy optimizer maybe once a month or once a quarter, and see what's the policy optimizer telling you to do. Maybe any policy hidden issues, and you can look into it when your memory is still fresh, so you can change or update the policy to make into the best practice. Okay. So number 4, we go into the response part. So all about things before is giving you the more understanding and knowledge about the security status and how we can respond to the security events. One of the topical issue is when you have see the botnet in your network, you often see a lot of logs in the firewall reporting the botnet, but it's very hard for you to locate the source, which host, which PC really have the problem. You run the antivirus everywhere, but still cannot detect anything. So because a lot of malwares are hidden very deeply in the system, So they're not active always. So when they generate the traffic, you just say this. When they stop generating the malicious traffic, you can't detect it. So that reason we are recommending a combination with SANGFOR Network Secure and SANGFOR Endpoint Secure as a combination. So with this integration, these two were sharing the intelligence in real time. Okay, and when they sharing intelligence in real time, they will get some more closed information about what is happening to see which hosts have the malicious activities. It's showing you the host name directly, and you can see which process are doing the malicious activities, and you can doing the response in the network secure UI in one click to terminate the malicious process. And you also can launch a full or quick scan in the endpoints by a single console in the network secure to launch a full or quick scan. So a topical example in here as a real situation screenshot. There is a host that being reported with the host name to show well it is who it is, right? It is malicious, and you can work on multiple actions: quick scan, full scan, terminate malicious files from one click, and all this in single dashboard, and it is on the firewall. So in this integration between SANGFOR Endpoint Secure and SANGFOR Network Secure is giving you the chance to detect the threats, locate the threats, and mitigation the threats, and doing a cleaning of the remaining threats as well. So it's a closed loop tracking and response to the threat that's really happening on the endpoint side. So that is pretty much for the key capabilities or key values about the SANGFOR Network Secure Firewall. Okay, and it's well taking a while already, and we will record everything in session 2, starting from the use cases and the rest of the things. So please continue to session 2.